if you look at them, each one is a cymatic pattern. And you put sand on a metal plate,
Yes.
you put sound through it.
This is exactly what I
That's what it is, yes. So this is the representation of the sound frequency at that particular place
Isn't it incredible?
of the earth. And the stones are packed on those cymatic lines to then amplify the energy, the sound frequencies that come out of the earth. And that's why it's an energy generating device. It amplifies the natural frequencies of the earth. And then it creates an electromagnetic field, the sound frequency.
And it all has to do with sound, a theory called resonance, that everything is made of sound. Recently there's been a theory that has come out that says that sound actually moves faster than the speed of light. I'm not quite sure how that works, just read about it on the internet in all my research. But that everything in the universe is merely sound vibrating at different frequencies. And if you can learn how to manipulate the sound, there are all kinds of things that you can do, and one of them is to defy the law of gravity. And there is a theory that suggests that the pyramids, the ancient Mayan temples, the ancient ruins of Stonehenge, all those fabulous ancient sites that have been shrouded, their origins and their manufacture have been shrouded in great mystery. There is a school of thought that says it is sound. If you know how to direct and facilitate sound in a certain way to find the resonant frequency of an object, you can lift that object via the use of sound. And they say that this is how those great monolithic, megalithic blocks that were used in the pyramids, that were used at Stonehenge, this is how the ancients were able to move those objects. Quite incredible, especially for me as a musician, someone whose life has made, music has made my life make sense. Here I am creating sounds, and I've always believed that music can uplift, and this is just taking it to a completely different level. Fabulously interesting.
This is the first tool I ever picked up. I drove over it a few times with my 4x4, and then I realized, oh, that's not a normal stone. And then it was lying here forever. And then one day I picked it up, and I can't remember, I put it down and it suddenly went dong. And I realized, oh my goodness, here's another little cone-shaped tool.
Wow.
You know, whoa!
Michael's guitar.
Yeah, it does, eh? Cool. and it plays like a guitar. Look. Same note. And so the Zimbabwe birds on a pedestal, I started finding these. This one is a very beautiful example of it's like, wow, okay. So somebody created the shape, and in Zimbabwe, all they do is they put a little line there which indicates the wing. They put a dot there for the eye, and you got a Zimbabwe bird. So I suspect that these are the original prototypes of what then became the Zimbabwe birds. And another geologist that came here said, look, this stuff looks like it was molded. It doesn't look like it was carved or chipped or chiseled. It looks like it was molded. And that's exactly what this is. Because once you know how to use sound and resonance, you expose something to a specific frequency, you change its molecular structure and its resonance, and you can mold it and shape it. How do they build these structures? And I said to them, they took these elongated stones that look like French loaves, like some of these ones. They put them in a circle at specific points. Then they put sand, like sand on a metal plate. They put the sand in between the stones. And then they activated these stones to ring, like I was ringing it there. They either put something in the middle, or they expose it from something from the outside, or one of those donut-shaped stones, right? Somehow they activated these stones to ring and started harmonize and resonate together. And that created a standing wave and of variety of frequencies going around, and that pretty much sucked out, if that's the right word, the energy, or highlighted the energy and the sound frequencies inside the circle of these stones. And that showed them in the sand, like sand on a metal plate, the energy sound comes out of the ground, and it showed them the cymatic pattern in the sand. And then they piled the stones according to the pattern. And then the stones, what the stones then do, they amplify the sound, and this is how they become energy generating devices. Amplifying the sound into the gigahertz, because it's subtle energies. Remember, the ancients worked with subtle energy, just like Nikola Tesla worked with subtle energy. He didn't work with electricity. His technology was, he was sucked into electricity with the other bastard that stole all his work. Edison, yeah. And he was going to give the world subtle energy, and that was all thrown out. So these ancients worked with subtle energies of the earth, of Gaia, and amplifying it into the gigahertz that then can be used for levitation, anything you want in this density.